Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here at Speed Gaming for the continuation of our Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer Mentor and Mentee Tournament. My name is Marion, and I'm joined here by the one and only Reed Whaley. How are you today?
I am doing quite well, Marion. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, my friend. We've got an excellent race happening today on a beautiful Saturday evening. We've got the one and only Dacion going against, help me if I pronounce this wrong, Stachifer. I hope I can pronounce that right.
We're going to go with Stachifer.
All right.
If we are wrong, I guarantee we will be corrected. So, let's take a look at our A's. Nothing overly fancy, new patcher, so GFMC is going to be locked down on our first time through with the other layer and replacing nothings with missiles. And with this, there should only be one nothing in that preset, so we get an extra missile expansion.
Sounds wonderful. And just for a recap, for those who might be joining us for the first time, this is our mentor versus mentee tournament. So what's happening here is we have senior members of the community pairing up with those who have a little less experience with the Echoes randomizer. The mentors will guide the mentees through various seeds and different gameplay styles, learning various tricks and logic paths to help them along the way. Well, it all culminates here in the final race with this tournament. We got a good 6 to 7 weeks ahead of us, each week being a different seed, a different mentor, so you never know what combination you'll get today. It's a great way for new players to learn a little bit more advanced tricks and knowledge when it comes to randomizers. But with that being said, we've got the countdown starting shortly. So while that countdown gets prepared, Reed, how about we go over our mentors today? Who do we have helping our racers along?
Yeah, LucariusLion, who is absolutely one of the greats in Echoes, and Naii the Bath. I'd have to look up their last term of performance, but I know they did quite well. If I remember correctly, they definitely made it in the brackets. Both of them very talented players, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this seed has in store for us. The other ones this week have been a treat.
Yeah, you're a testament to some of those, Reed.
Yeah, I've had 3 this week, and all 3 of them were seeds. We're just gonna say seeds.
That's a great way to put it. Before we jump into this, we do have the wonderful Op82 on our tracking team joining us once again, keeping track of all of our hints, STK locations, your red keys, items, logic paths, and so forth. But as far as that goes, absolutely,
she is the best. We love her to that.
Agreed. But that's the countdown. We'll be starting this in about 5 seconds. Again, we'll be starting over in the main energy controller next to Umos, and we will have Violet Translator. So right away, great quality of life that gets us right into Temple Grounds. And it appears either Dacion's seat is frozen or we're having a feedback error.
Yeah, looks like their screen may be frozen. And
now we just lost both of them.
May also be frozen. Well, something is happening. You most had some kind of an item for us.
That's a great way to put it.
We have checked the violet hint, and we are heading down to Alpha Splinter. And today's seed was Astral Glaceon, one of our tournament staff. Okay, so goes Dace down to Alpha Splinter, and from the tracker, it doesn't look like we got any mains. Oh, Inghive Key.
Oh, that's something you don't want to see early.
No.
Well, the good thing is with that Violet Translator, immediate access to Temple Ground Sense, so we should be able to get some sort of knowledge. And when it comes to Echoes, any knowledge is great knowledge. And yes, we do apologize. We are having a slight technical delay with Stachifer stream relay. So if you'll hold with us just a few moments, we will get somebody right on that. So as we're fighting the wonderful Albert the Alpha Splinter, Reed, what are our runners hoping to do here early in the first 15-20 minutes, give or take?
Fingers crossed. If I were a runner looking into a seed, I'd like to see maybe not a ton of progression. Hey, there's Stachifer. Wonderful.
Hey, welcome back.
So maybe not a ton of off the wall progression, but maybe early amber so we can get hints there in Aegon, bomb, space jump, uh, launcher, of course, for our logical missiles or some kind of missiles.
I agree with you. Getting missiles early, that'll progress us right into the heart of Aegon. I can't really do much in labs without bombs or space jump to help us along, but missiles especially will open up a handful of doors for us. And while we do have this little bit of downtime, I do want to say many thanks to the randomizer community and especially Speed Gaming for hosting us each and every year. But without their help, we wouldn't be able to put on all these amazing shows.
All right, getting word from one of our amazing speed gaming volunteers that went back and looked at the VOD. Umos hint was Quad has an E-tank. So Quad is half dead.
All right, well, at least we have partial information on Quadraxis. That'll be great for later. And we're about to find out that a cursed lake has a beam-related upgrade.
I mean,
Well,
the way these seeds have been, that could be it could be Annihilator, or could be light or dark.
or it could technically be super missiles.
Yeah,
Or we could find bombs here on transport to Aegon.
that's nice.
Well, did you know Bigfoot and Santa Claus technically exist in the Metroid universe?
That's right.
Oh, and Dace is deciding to go back to Hive Chamber B before going into Aegon. That's an interesting play. Oh, well, we're not going for Hive Chamber B. They're going for a communications area.
Yeah, comm area, TAS.
That's
I think TAS was just some ammo, but
it's an interesting call. Do you take the risk and go towards communications area first, or do you hold off until after you defeated Bomb Guarding to do it in your Hive Chamber loop?
well, it is in logic this early. While you're already here, it's not an elevator down, elevator back for the time loss. Might as well go look at it.
That's fair. You never know what's gonna pop up from it.
Let me pull up Dace's stream and see if. Okay, so we're at. Okay, comm area, Dark Torvist Key 2, and Dace is heading back from comm area because we can't go any further because of new patcher.
Oh, and we've got the feedback. Looks like Stachifer decided to ignore communications area. It's going right into Aegon.
Oh, okay. So I missed. Okay, so I'm actually. Oh wow, I'm a minute ahead on Dace's stream. So good news. We'll see comm area, but they went back for. They went back for access B. Whatever was in access B there in Temple Grounds. Dark beam was in the ceiling. Okay. That's absolutely worth going back for. That opens up. Storage D in Aegon. That opens up in cache 4 in Dark Aegon.
Well, at least on the good side, we know where Dark Beam is. And they could go get it through the bombs.
Dace already went back for it.
Well, look at that.
Again, that's a great idea. If you know where Dark Beam is and you have bombs, just go back.
Absolutely.
Again, that opens up a ton of checks in Aegon while you're already doing the loop.
It'll be fantastic when they step into Dark Aegon for the first time. You don't have to isolate in cache 4 today, which is great. Oh, and Dace, he's not happy with what's in Mining Plaza.
Space jump.
Yep, space jump's going to be great for any Aegon's movement. It makes everything a lot cleaner. And with that, looks like Stachifer's going right into a portal terminal. And they're taking a U-turn from portal terminal.
The reason I think we're doing that is because we have space jump. Let's go back to
Mining Station A.
Mining Station A, see what that item is, because we can sequence break that a little bit.
That's fair. Yeah. This is one of my favorite tricks in Aegon. I love it.
When the layer changes, we can't do that.
Nope. We have to have these little war wasp nests. I mean, there is a way around it with a bomb space jump into the piece of standable collision, but it's just not that fun.
And it's just missiles, but getting an extra missile expansion here does put the good drop system into play with 10 missiles, so
that's absolutely fair. Due to Echo's having a priority drop system, if we're low on missiles, the game is more inclined to give us missiles. You're running low on ammunition, well, you're more likely to get it.
So, okay, Sash is going to
into A. Oh, looks like Dacian is deciding to skip Bomb Guardian for now, taking a peek into Mineshaft, where we have some more ammo.
Okay.
I'm wondering if Stash actually looked up in Transport B to notice that Dark Beam.
That's very possible.
I mean, if they didn't look up and missed it, that's going to be sad. All right, so they did see it now. Hopefully they go back for it soon.
Dace possibly refilling some health here and then going to Bomb Guardian?
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Again, sorry about this, folks. We're trying our best to get this back up and running as smoothly as possible.
Oh, today is not a tech-friendly day, my friend.
No, but that's okay. We'll
make it work.
And unfortunately, okay. Hey, perfect timing. Missile expansion on Bomb Guardian.
Well, it's always good to have more missiles, especially early. And there is a question posed in chat. How are the streams compiled on SpeedGaming side? Are there any settings that can be applied?
It may be maybe a bitrate issue. Well, let's see. Dace is on 720/60, and Sash on 720/60, so those should be okay. I will leave that for people that know more about the back end of SpeedGaming than I.
Well, both runners have entered Aegon Energy, and look at that, another missile expansion.
Dash now remembering we don't have Amber. I can't look at this yet.
That's going to be a sad one. And once we find Amber, it's going to be a little bit rough to route in Aegon Energy again, just for a hint.
That kind of just gets left.
Yeah, there's not really ever a good time.
So none of this is technically in logic yet because we still don't have launcher.
That's fair, but I'm betting Launcher's probably someone in early Dark Aegon. As we found bombs, we could go back, put that Dark Beam in logic. That would throw Incash 4 into logic.
Yep. I think that maybe what Stachifer's doing is possibly heading back, checking.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm feeling like Stash, now that Bomb Guardian's defeated, is deciding not to go into Dark Aegon yet. But alas, oh, they're taking a save warp. That's even better.
Yep.
That save warp put him right by Ed to ow. I can't talk today. Transport B, that's what it's called. That gets Dark Beam, then you can route in Hive Chamber A and B simultaneously.
It is that room with the stuff.
Yes, thank you.
I got you. Don't worry.
All right, you're a great person, Reed.
It's one of the rooms where the items are.
If you come across a room without an item, you've gone the wrong direction.
As we know from Baja, that's all you gotta do. Just go where the items are. Never punished.
Until you soft lock yourself. Oh, and a nice little time save here by Dace, doing portal terminal skip.
Hey, K-Rar. Nope, Astral did this one today. So, Dace heading into Dark Aegon, Stash getting there. Dark Beam? And with that, we have Bomb Guardian down. Might as well go ahead and do the DMT loop while we're here.
Might as well. And Stash trying to figure out where they really want to go.
There we go.
All right, we're right back on the track.
This isn't where I parked my car. Look. I cannot tell you how many times I do that where I'll be like, okay, focus, go this way, go this way. This is not the room I wanted to be in. I'm going the other way. Hold on.
So many times I've done that. Unfortunately with me, I've got a different habit. I'll just be in such a focused mode, I'll go past the room I want and be like, wait a sec, how did I end up all the way in here? Oh heck, I gotta turn back around again. Oh, look at that, we got our first STK.
Okay, that's a free one. We like those.
Your first favorite key is free. Your second favorite is easy.
Don't press a button on your remote and hear a honk from the nearest progression item.
Oh, jeez.
Boost ball.
Well, that doesn't help us out right now, but that could be later for some early Torvus. Oh, and Dace, you gotta be careful.
Oh,
get into the safe zone. No, he was so close! He was close, but he was stuck on the blade pod.
Oh, and they didn't drop anything.
Oh, the good thing is he took a safety save one room prior. We're good.
This is why we safety save.
And real quick, Ing Reliquary has a missile-related upgrade. So Ing Reliquary with missiles, we know that is a dead check. As the only missile-related we need is Seekers, and we need Seekers to open Ing Reliquary. Alright, Stash is going to have to take a U-turn here, unable to get through Trooper Security Station. Due to new patcher, this will be in post layer, meaning we need either Screw Attack or we need Power Bombs to go through.
Dace.
And Dace is...
Dace.
It's not dropping. Oh, there we go.
There okay, we got a gold drop. We're okay.
And the better thing, he is not bullying the Lightbringer.
As is the custom. Well done.
And Junction Side appears to have a missile expansion. Well, we're not going to come back for that anytime.
Dace playing fast and loose with energy.
Dash, meanwhile, going for the Hive Chamber loop.
DMT or Hive Chamber, possible for our launcher. To put a lot of this in logic.
That would be pretty funny, have a missile launcher on DMT. Although you can. I mean, you need missiles to get into Bob Guardian.
Hello,
hello.
Lightbeam.
All right, who left their light beam in my broom closet? What happened to all my janitorial supplies?
Dace.
It's got to be careful with that energy.
I'm old. I'm on heart meds. Stop it.
There are no extra points for giving staff members medical conditions. And DMT's been defeated, and it's vanilla with the missile expansion. And here we see Dacian shooting something in front of the statue of the warrior statue. Reed, for what possible reason is Dacian shooting that statue?
Well, Jump Guardian just got back from Hogwarts, and they brought their invisibility cloak with them. So they can stand there with it on and just kind of, if you don't see me, I don't see you. But unfortunately, we know where they are. Shoot them with light beam a bunch. Health goes to nothing. Spawn them in, and main PBs.
Well, that is definitely rewarding. Oh, and Dark Torvus Key 1 over in Hive Chamber B.
Oh, no.
Reed, take a deep breath.
Dace, you're killing me.
Deep breath. It's okay. Dace has boost ball.
That purple drop did not make life easy.
Well, at least you got a red one.
Yeah.
Oh, and Stash is on 2 health. We're over here worried about Dace.
Why?
And Stash is over here on 2 health, going through the dark pirates, or not the pirates, the troopers.
All right. I understand that the only hit point that matters is the last one. However,
there's always a however. Okay, no, Stash just got a gold drop.
And another SDK.
All right, so SDK number 2 in Transport Center. So we got 1 in Transport Center, 1 in Storage A.
Yep.
And it looks like Stash is finally deciding to go back into Aegon after getting this joke hint. And it looks like both runners are going to flip-flop with each other. Stash entering Aegon, Dace just leaving it. Well, we're probably going to see the same thing happen from both runners. Dace go for the Hive Chamber loop, Stash go for early Dark Aegon.
But we have main PBs, which means we can also take care of GFMC, and with Jump Guardian being done, we can do every single thing in the GFMC loop.
Oh, that's right.
Still don't have launcher, so technically anything through the backside of the GFMC loop is still out of logic. And we also don't have Emerald or Dark Visor or Seeker, and Dark Visor and Seekers, so we can't get back out.
No,
so,
we'd have to go right and take a save warp.
Yeah, which again, not logical. So,
well, just based on how much we have left to check, even if we exclude missiles, I'm betting it's either going to be on Compound's Crate, Compound Ship, Transport A. No, it can't be Transport A because you need a missile to get into Sentinel's Bridge.
Yep.
So then, Dynamo Chamber. So 3 possible locations it could be. But the good thing with those missiles, once we do find the logic chain, well, we've already know where Dark Beam and Light Beam are, plus Space Jump and
Stash.
bombs,
Oh,
power bombs.
stash. Oh, stash.
And there goes a death due to the Dark Pirates and transports and portal terminal. Oh, did
Oh,
Stash not safety save at all?
we're about to find out, but looking at their tracker.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh, it's terrible. No safety save and took a death in portal terminal. That forces Stash to reset. Oh, that's a big F.
the good news is we know where the items we need are. We don't have to waste a ton of time doing extra checks. We can just kind of grab what we need, grab what we want, and go. But that is still going to be probably about 10 minutes of time loss.
That is a good sized time loss. Oh, and they got to recollect those STKs and everything.
Oh yes. Yeah. We're still early. That is not a death. That's not a death rattle for them.
Oh no, they can still come back from it.
Yeah. No, we are 20 minutes into the race. If you're gonna die, that's a good time to do it without a save.
Right.
But safety save, safety save, safety save. Screw attack, safety save.
Wait, what was that last one?
Safety save.
No, before that.
Oh, safety save.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, you mean in the middle of that? Screw attack.
So you mean I have to do a screw attack before I can safety save?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's not very fair.
Oh, it's fine. You know how to jump in the air and then do a somersault and then land. It's okay. I believe in you.
Well, last time I tried that, I just fell down and had to receive medical assistance. You can't force me to jump and do a somersault.
You know.
You know what? How about we just enter GFMC compound and find a vanilla missile launcher, okay?
That does seem like a fair plan.
Great, because it's right there.
Hey, look at there.
And here we've got a very common trick known as item duping. Love a good item dupe.
Double launchers. One for each arm.
Yep, so long story short, with the randomizer program, you can do it in base game as well to get 10 missiles right away. As long as you don't trigger the cutscene, you get the crate item, then trigger the cutscene. That cutscene has a hard trigger in it where it needs to spawn the crate, so it'll just reset the entire crate system. Which I think is pretty nice.
Especially nice whenever you get a progressive suit there.
Oh, a suit, or if you have progressive grapple turned on, even better.
That's actually kind of my least favorite one to do. Because
Really?
I turned on progressive grapples for a reason. I don't want just for me. I know I'm weird, but if there's a progressive grapple in the crate, I'm gonna leave the second one. I'm gonna go find Screw Attack wherever it lives.
That's fair. I can respect that. What's here on Grand Wind Chamber Gateway? Looks like just an expansion. With another ammo expansion here on the Access.
Look like a burger to me.
Oh, I could go for a burger right now. Does this commentary booth have room service?
I think I was actually gonna get some DoorDash here in a second because I'm kind of hungry.
Well, you
What
have
you
fun
want?
with it. No, I'm good. Don't worry about me.
You sure? Okay.
Now, if I was going to get anything, get some nice chica. Got a good chica, that's going to be... It's going to take some time to get through, but once it's over and done with, then the satisfaction is set. And looks like Dace is going right for Transport A access. Now, unfortunately, we will need to take a save warp back to main energy controller, unless we locate Emerald here. And we did not find Emerald. We found an STK, so that's key number 3.
Okay. So far, the keys are not terrible.
I'm going to ask that you don't finish that statement for the sanity of our runners. Because I know what you're thinking. I bet most of chat knows what you're thinking, Reed. And I don't think it's a good idea to curse them this early. But with K-Rar here, you know, you might see an Airy, so.
It is absolutely possible. And with our powers combined.
Will turn into Captain Randomizer, the bane of all randomized games' existence.
Okay, we have Dark Oasis at home. We've had 2 Dark Oasis this week. That's enough.
It's only week 1. We still got like 5 more weeks to go. All right, Stash has just recollected their Dark Beam. Fantastic work. They still gotta go through early Dark Aegon, defeat Jump Guardian, get main power bombs, and go over to GFMC Compound if they want to put their missiles.
I'm thinking suit on Pod W.
It was likely, but it doesn't look like it.
I get it all. Chat is out for blood today. Super's on Torvus Energy Controller.
Oh no, do not do a required 2 most light warp. No, I had that once and once was enough.
So light and dark beam. Dace probably heading to labs, do some labs cleanup, and then head to dark labs.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Or Sand Canyon. We have Screw Attack and Power Bombs and Light Beam.
Oh, that's fair. We do have Screw Attack. Oh, Stash is not going to have Screw Attack, though, on first pass. They got to come back once they defeat Jump Guardian.
Yep.
That's going to be a fun. I mean, granted, we don't have any E-Tanks, but we could, if Dace wants, do some peeks over in Spider's Treasure. Although, granted, we can't get Hazencliff unless we get extremely lucky with the Blade Pods.
Yeah, no, that's it's a bit outside of our energy right now. Required caretaker would be nice.
But nice for you because you're not the one who's racing it, or nice for the runners to give them something challenging?
So, I do get a little bit of grief for rolling some seeds that would, you know, generously be called violations of the Geneva Convention. But this is a learning tournament. Week 1, let's go. Let's learn as much as we can.
You know what? I actually agree with you.
What again? In brackets, we don't want those.
No,
but in
no,
Swiss, where we have mentors here with us and being able to guide us a little bit of what's in logic, what's not in logic. Hey, ooh, first E-Tank.
Oh well, I mean, we could get Hazencliff now if we do our movement right.
Yeah, I think that's still logically 2 tanks in Dark Suit.
Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. You are taking damage every second. But it's good to have that information, especially with early Sanctuary.
Oh, Hazencliff is logically Dark Suit only. Ugh.
Oh, Dark Suit only. That's
okay.
That's a revelation.
I wouldn't want to do that with Dark Suit only.
No, I mean... And Ventilation Area A's got a cheeseburger for our troubles.
Okay, so the logic it used to be 2 tanks in dark suit. Apparently, the logic has changed at some point over the years. Okay, I was
You know,
like, I remember it being 2 tanks in dark suit back in my day.
here we go. Yeah, logically or not, looks like Dace is going for Spider's treasure, though. So we got a collection of 3 items we can peek here. Hall of Combat Mastery, Culling Chamber, and Hazing Cliff. Now, technically speaking, Dace could break his way into Sanctuary, go up Cat East, but that would be extremely out of logic due to the lack of Spider Ball. Would that be any benefit to us right now?
No.
No, we can get some information, which is nice, but it just
Honestly,
wouldn't be
that
worth the headache.
information, yeah, that information is this early in a siege. I don't personally suggest going that far out of the logic chain.
No, I wouldn't either. Especially in Sanctuary of all places, where it's a maze to get through.
Right. Not only that, the game has the progression kind of laid out where, okay, we know where the game kind of wants us to go. We know what we're thinking.
Oh, Dace is out of light ammo. And that appears to be a suit.
Oh,
Is that not a suit, or am I just looking wrong?
is it?
No, it's not a suit.
Get out of there. Yep. Go heal if you can. I'm afraid that you may not make it.
He's got a blade pod he can get. He didn't shoot it!
Oh!
No!
Oh!
Back to Great Temple. Oh, that's painful. That's 2 deaths this race.
And this is what
That
I'd say. Stash is
yeah.
still 100% in this, even with taking a death that early with no save.
Absolutely.
Anything can happen in this race. That's 3 total, 2 for Dace, 1 for Stash.
Oh, Dace had another. Oh, Dace had the first one, right?
Yeah.
That only set him back about 20 seconds, but
Well, I don't think Dace really got anything outside of E-Tanks and a power bomb expansion.
no,
So he's not.
didn't lose anything.
No. But on the bright side, Dace does have that knowledge for those 3 items, so he doesn't have to go back and do it. Unless whatever was on Hazen Cliff, then I go back for Hazen Cliff, get that item, get out. But it depends on if it was useful. Nope. And Stash is making their way over to Jump Guardian again.
I think this is Stash making
First
the
time.
Jump
First
Guardian
time.
for the
Yep.
first time. Yeah.
Yep. First time. That's what I said.
Okay.
Totally.
So I need to go pull up the VOD on Dace's side because I'm afraid that just looking at it, I think that may have been either supers or seekers.
It looked shiny. That's what I said. A suit. It was so shiny. But if it was that small, then it's entirely possible. Nope. And Stash is trying to gain some health before going for Jump Guardian skip. Unfortunately, no luck with the blade pods. Gonna try again. Oh, Stash is going for it, and he's got it. Okay, we're good. And then once more with Jump Guardian skip. Oh, and he took a fall down to the bottom.
All right, I'm looking at Dace's VOD, and in to Hazing Cliff. That is so blurry.
Oh, and Stash doesn't have light beam to make it easier.
Yeah,
But
it's
like,
over there.
oh,
Well,
he's going
there
for
we
it.
go. Go over room closet. Nice. So I need to look before he gets into. So let's slow our speed down to 0.25.
And there's our first E-tank once again. A fantastic energy tank, even though it's 30 minutes in.
Hazing Cliff. Even in the VOD, it's rough to tell, but I think you may have been right. I think that's a suit in Hazing Cliff.
Well, while Dace goes back for whatever that major upgrade was, Stash is continuing to do Jump Guardian Skip, one of my personal favorites.
I'm kind of going through frame by frame, and unfortunately, we got too close to the enemy there, and it got very fuzzy very quickly.
Well, on the bright side, Dace is coming here with more ammo than he had.
Oh, perfect. I would.
So Dace can get this, but both of those charge beams have to be on point.
Dash about to get their main PBs.
Yeah, Jump Guardian's trolling him a little bit.
There we go.
All right. Main power bombs acquired. Fantastic work. Dace going for the light for the charge. That is not a suit. That is a suit.
Again, I thought it was. I thought you were right, but
It when you get closer to it, it really looked like supers for a minute.
yeah, that's where I was really having some difficulty because whenever it rotates to be the narrow facing side as opposed to the wide facing side.
Right.
Oh, well, it has the same color in Dark World. It has the same everything. So don't worry, I was right there with you, Baja. I thought it might have been supers. So I'll tell you what. Everybody wins. It was progression.
Everybody wins. What are you talking about? This is a race. Only one person can win.
Everybody wins.
You don't get a participation trophy. Who do you think this is?
I think this is Dace versus Stachifer. It's okay. You're among friends.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I'll just go back. I'll just go back then.
With our suit in hand, we're heading back to DS1. That's right. Chat always wins.
That's fair. Chat always wins. All right. STK for Stash. Fantastic work. That brings our total up to 1.
And Stash knows where another one is.
Absolutely. We got one right off of storage, eh?
And I doubt they don't go do the GFMC loop. We take a save. There we go. At this point, I'm going to say that Dace is probably done with DS1.
Oh, did his
Very
power
close.
bomb miss?
Must have.
Well, since I brought up power bombs, might as well. So with Dark Samus 1, if for whatever reason you manage to get power bombs into this fight, Dark Samus takes extensive damage from the power bomb. So a well-timed power bomb versus Dark Samus 1 means you pretty much instantly win this fight.
Or some Annihilator, because Dark Samus takes a very, very, very increased amount of damage from Annihilator. For no discernible reason.
Or Annihilator.
Screw attack. Screw attack's great.
And have a cheeseburger. what's over here in main reactor today?
Looks like a missile.
Well, if it looks like a missile and talks like a missile, then it must be a missile. Ooh, nice, oh, and we fell right down. I was just going to give a compliment, too.
Hey, we were very close. It was great getting up there, and then the ceiling said no.
Oh, he's got it. Oh, and Baja, that's not nice. No, I'm going to have that song stuck in my head for a while. Unfortunately, Dark Oasis is still unknown, as we have no information on the scan point.
Let's take a look.
Oh, meanwhile, getting bullied by Pirates 101, down to 40 health.
Definitely a missile over there in reactor. Dark Oasis is a missile-related upgrade. Well, don't boo. I'm trying to think. Don't boo just yet. I'm trying to think of what's...
Well, while you think, we've got another STK here in Central Mining.
Ooh.
So that brings our total knowledge up to 4. All within Aegon and Temple grounds, surprisingly. Oh, and Great Temple, of course. Oops, Stash really wants to cross over to Windchamber Grand Walkway. But it's getting bullied by the flying pirates, while we see a Dark Aegon key hiding underneath the command center rubble.
So if I remember correctly, Dace didn't check these. Or did they? No, they did.
Sorry.
They did. Yeah, because this is Dark End. Okay. And in unrelated news, my DoorDash driver seems to have gotten lost and is driving across town in the wrong direction.
Well, that's hilarious. Well, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for that cheeseburger then, Reed.
Which is very sad, because I am hungry.
Well, you know what I'm hungry for? More cursed knowledge on these seeds. Hop 82. It's an extended DoorDash.
Wow!
That was good.
That is A+. Fun of the seed. Can't be beat.
No, that's top tier. We're gonna end it right here. That's it.
Yep, that's it. Can't beat this. All right. I've been Reed. That's been Marion. We're done here. Like, no.
See you next time when Reed's DoorDash driver actually gets here. All right, now back to your regularly scheduled programming. We have just entered the all-famed battleground to observe a missile expansion hiding here. Not going to do the fight, 35 missiles, but we're doing okay for now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Stash is rolled up in a morph ball, most likely going for Great Temple, Transport A. With Transport A, that'll get Stash a second STK with a third one right on Transport A access once they leave through the Aegon elevator. So with us reaching 45 minutes, we're going to be in good position. We're in good standings. Stash is going to make their way back into Aegon. Gonna take that save warp after getting the STK. Then they'll probably head for Aegon Waste, go right into Aegon Labs, and do some cleanup there. Meanwhile, Dace finishing the cleanup here off of sand processing. A little bit more to go, but once we're done here, we will start making a play towards Torvis. Most likely. As we do have Light Beam, we do have Dark Beam. We have all we need to enter through Torvis Lagoon. Except for Amber Translator, which we are still missing. Or if Dace wants, they could do the Seekerless Seeker skip on the Torvis to Aegon elevator, which in no way would be logical, but it would give them logical access, or illogical access. But then again, we'd be stuck due to Emerald or Super, so yeah, that wouldn't work. Oh boy, this is not fun at all right now. Alright, so Stash moving right for storage A. Gonna pick up that first STK they saw 48 minutes ago.
Just like that, we're about tied back up.
Yep. The Dace is really looking for either Emerald, Amber, Spider Ball, or Seekers. Those 4 items would really get us moving. Yeah, Supers would be nice to have. That could get us a handful more checks. But it wouldn't do terribly much for us.
What is that on Pod W? You don't go for it. No. Bad. Might be a missile. Might be supers. I couldn't tell.
Well, I can guarantee that it is an item.
You're not wrong.
Thank you. I try my hardest. All right. Well, here we go. We're on the right path. Dace just found Amber Translator.
Ooh.
And due to that Amber Translator, that will allow us to get Amber Hints. We can get Sand Cash. And that also opens up logical access into Torvis Bog. So before we do anything, right away, we're going to head right into Sand Cash. We'll get that item. Then most probably cut through Portal Terminal. No, we don't need to cut through. Yeah, we could go through Portal Terminal, get that Amber Hint. Go down through Transit Center into a mining plaza, get that Amber Hint. And then start making our way into Torvis.
So I was gonna go look at Stachifer's VOD and see what that might have been, but remind me later, Maha, we need to oh baby, a light suit.
Alright, real quick. Logically speaking, number one, that's Dark Suit, since we could get Light Suit, so yeah, that would be good. By the way, Reed, you want to take a guess where our supers are?
Karor spoiled it in Feeding Pit.
Hey! I'm the one who does the spoiling around here, thank you very much. Well, no,
So,
I can't compete with chat, what am I saying?
I know. Baja, remind me later, we gotta get Stachifer and remind them that VODs have to be on for tournament races.
Well, it could be their first time, I wouldn't hold it against them.
Oh yeah, no, that's not me fussing. That's just we got to remind them that for tournament races, just in case something goes on, we gotta have VODs on.
Right. Makes sense.
That's tournament staff for later times.
Nope,
If
that
I don't
makes
say
sense.
it now, then I'll forget.
So with that being said, now that we have light suit, logically speaking, we're going to get our supers off a feeding pit. We're going to have to turn back around for those. I'd pretty much say go right for Torvus once you're done here in feeding pit.
Oh, absolutely. Only thing I'd like to find still would be Emerald.
Emerald would be nice, yeah. The only downside I can see of Dace going for Torvus right now, we have no idea where gravity's boost is. So underwater movement's going to be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, but there is still quite a bit we can do in Upper Torvus before we get to lower,
Well, that's fair, and especially
especially
with
with
super.
boost.
Yeah, boost ball is a powerful weapon. And thanks to us having supers, we can just bypass any sort of requirement and go right for lower if we wanted.
True.
I don't know why you'd ever want to do it, but hey, it's an option.
Yeah, if it were me, I'd still do all of my upper checks that I could do first.
Oh no, 100% agree. Yeah.
We got light suit op, and we have supers and feeding pit.
That was a well-timed hint for Dace, though.
Those are pellets of joy.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if that hint wasn't located, would Dace still have gone back here for feeding pit? Yeah, I'm gonna ask him that.
Stash got an expansion, but no majors. Quite welcome. Thank you.
Oh.
Warriors walk. Good call.
Yep, you got the supers. You might as well put them to use.
Other beam. There we go.
That's a light beam. We don't want to fire a sunburst. And with Stash making the same trek that Dacian did, going right into Spider's Treasure. We're going to take some peeks here at the items.
With mains, don't really need any extra burgers, although it'd be great if mine got here.
Yeah, this is going to be the entire point of the race going forward, is you and your DoorDash.
I mean, not the entire point.
Well, no, not the entire point. Of course, that's for the runners and the mentors and mentees.
Right.
But it's a major plot point, as Tyrannosaurus pointing out. Oh, and Stash took a nasty fall down to 1. No E-tanks. Stash, you need light beam. You're just trying to peek it. No, you're falling down. You need to go back and get your health. These do not drop anything. These do not drop anything. That's too late.
2, 1. Ah.
Where was his last save?
We know we saved.
Transport A access, hopefully. Okay.
Transport
so
A. Okay.
It's not terrible, but it's better than what it could be.
All right, so we're at 2-2.
Yeah, it looks like Dace. Oh, we're done in Dark Aegon. We just came through Warriors Walk. Now we're back in Mining Plaza.
I think we're trying to look at Mining Plaza and see what we can see.
Well, we got an Amber Hint as well, so that could be a good one. Let's find out. And we have the Dark Aegon Temple location.
Okay.
Nope, and Dace is going back towards Portal Terminal. Oh, they could be going for Secretless Seeker. Yeah, they're going for Secretless Seeker
Whoa.
Skip.
Okay. Okay, I see you, Dace.
Oh, second try. Great job.
Woo!
That is a hard trick to pull off. But now here comes the harder version of it. You gotta go up and down. Oh no, Dace is going for the out of bounds method. A triple bomb space jump into a standable piece of collision and just jump out of bounds. Oh, Reed, I'll throw this one your way. You're a little bit more experienced in this than I am.
Okay, we'll see if I have an answer.
All right. Number one, Seekerless Seeker Skips.
Yes.
That's got to be a difficult trick to pull off, right?
Oh, absolutely. So the trick of that is that Screw Attack does the same damage type as a missile. And as long as you hit all 5, the game doesn't care how you do it. So hitting one of those with just a missile, and then the other 4 with a very quick Screw Attack before that first one has a chance to reset, opens the door right up. But it's the angles and the timing are extremely tough to get.
All right. So with that being said, how about number 2? We're going out of bounds here to bypass the Seeker door, but yet we loaded Torvus Temple in.
Yes, which is actually okay. So, watch this. Once we kill these pirates and the super pirates, we don't have to worry about trying to get back in bounds.
So I'm assuming with that cutscene, it's going to reposition us back onto a hard floor.
You got it.
Well, that's a good way of avoiding the pirates' attacks. And bypassing the Seeker door, no less. And there we
Here
are.
we are.
We're back in bounds.
Don't even have to worry about trying to warp back through.
Oh, that's a fancy little tidbit. Oh, excuse me. All right, well, now we have successfully broken into Torvus Bog. We have super missiles, we have light and dark beam. We're in a pretty good position right now.
Yeah. And again, the way we got here was technically not in logic, but getting to Torvus is in logic. I had to double check and make sure in my brain we had Amber, but no, getting to Torvus itself, getting to this room, completely in logic, just got here quicker.
Right. We have Amber Translator. We could have just taken the vanilla way back. We warp back to Great Temple, go through Transport C access, go through Meeting Grounds, and go through Lagoon.
Dace broke the window out whenever we could have just opened the front door and left. You're not getting your security deposit back.
Well, I'm not going to be the one to tell him that. Yep. And
There's all
another...
3 worm games.
Well, that begs the question. What's in Mining Plaza? And does a Morbus have anything we need?
And if there is something in Mining Plaza, where's Echo?
That's a fair thought. Or if Dacian really wants to be a little reckless, you could go for the SAU.
True, but we don't even have to do a Morbus at that point.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Unless the Morbus himself has something useful.
Right.
Oh, beam-related Poison Bog with a key? Oh, a green key. The Torvus Lagoon.
Right. That'll take us to 5 keys.
Meanwhile, Stash looks like they're just coming back into Spider's Treasure off of Sanctuary. Hopefully they're able to get that dark suit. And now Dace is trying to get a trick that we call air underwater. Oh, this was one of my favorite tricks to pull off.
It is a
So,
fun one.
absolutely. Especially in the hydrodynamo station.
It's beautiful if you can get it.
And he's got it.
Oh, Cliff
Oh,
is being a
Stash.
problem.
Stash, you gotta be careful. That's
No,
too far. He's not.
No, we're done. Oh, Cliff jumped right in the way.
Right. So air underwater. Number one, in order to get Lagoon, no, this is not logical at all. Air underwater is completely disabled as confirmed by Astral. We need gravity boost for this item logically. But for air underwater itself, you saw Dace trying to morph inside water. Now what we're trying to do is we're trying to morph the exact same frame we enter a body of water. And if we do that successfully, you saw our screen turn almost crystal clear and clairvoyant when we were underwater. And that tells us we have the trick done perfectly. The game sort of freaks out and doesn't know where to put us. Are we on land or are we in water? That one frame morph sort of tricks the game into saying, well, you're technically on land, but you're also with water-based physics. And since the game considers us to be on land, we can thankfully use the screw attack, in turn completely skipping almost every instance of the gravity boost.
I don't
Except,
know.
well, I mean,
go
except for
ahead.
two. We need Transport Tunnel East and Transport Tunnel South. Those
But
two,
we can wall crawl Transit Tunnel South.
we could out of bounds it, yeah, although that is ridiculously hard.
We've seen it for the first time. A runner pulled it off. I need to go back to the VOD because it's been a very long week. Runner pulled it off for the first time this week.
Well, many props to them. Yeah, it's a difficult trick to get down.
It was fantastic.
All right, looks like Dace is leaving. We're leaving Torvus Lagoon. Oh, this could be to get STK information. That's what I'm thinking, Baja. We might be seeing an out of bounds to bypass the doors and get our remaining STK knowledge.
Wyvern. Soren Wyvern, I believe, is the person that pulled
Really?
it off for the first time in a race being coached. Had
I-
never
I-
tried it before, pulled it off in a race to get an STK.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, if you
It
don't
was
have
gorgeous.
gravity boost, good luck trying to find it.
Well, we knew where gravity was. Gravity was
Oh.
on Snake Map Station,
Oh, jeez.
and Cobalt was somewhere awful that I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, at that point, you don't even want to try it. For information, a translator is somewhere in Dark Torvus.
Okay.
Now, once again, we have a translator somewhere hiding in Dark Torvus Bog. That could be anywhere.
Yes, the Eternity Race. Yeah, TTS wall crawl that Wyvern. Yeah, it was Wyvern. Oh, okay. That's what I thought it was, but I wanted to double check and make sure.
Oh, and Stash is taking a safety save. Great idea. And we have more information. Seeker launcher up to 3 rooms away from cache. I either said A or B.
Cache A.
That could, well, cache A, you gotta take 1. That's 2. No, that can't be Chica. That'd be Chica's 4
No, that's
rooms
5
away.
rooms.
Oh, 5. Oh, I missed one.
Well, Chica
1, 2,
room,
3, 4.
transport
Right,
to Chica
right, 5.
room, room before Chica room, portal room. So yeah, and then poison bog. So
Yeah, I did my math wrong.
we always forget about the room that Chica's in being work. I get it.
All right, so Stash still does not have Amber Translator. That's hiding off of Storage D. So that's all the way in the back end of Aegon Labs. But the good thing is it looks like they're going right for it. So Dark Beam, Light Beam, Space Jump, Missile Launcher. They got all the equipment they need to clear it. All right, now Dace is trying to get out of bounds once again by screw attacking into this little morph ball tunnel.
right around the rim.
And it's like playing basketball. Unfortunately, that little eye is giving him trouble.
Yeah, those. If you've got the light ammo to spare, sometimes it's better to just pop it with light ammo. That way, it's completely dead within a couple of seconds instead of having to fight with it over and over, letting it open back up. Oh,
And it was so close. And the good thing it works, but it has to be an extremely precise trick. And
there we go.
As soon as I say it. Yeah. For some reason, the screw attack has the hitbox of a morph ball. And while you put a morph ball sized hitbox into a morph ball sized tunnel, the game allows you to do that. But the problem lays that when your screw attack ends, you are now almost 3 times the size of a morph ball hitbox. The game doesn't know what to do with you, and it just pushes you out of bounds. I could be
All right,
wrong with
folks.
that.
Handy dandy notebooks. We got 4 more to find.
All right, what do we got today, Reed?
We have Dark Torps Arena, Boost Guardian possible, Training Chamber, Storage A, and Double Dark Torps Arena, Boost Guardian required.
That's pretty funny. You got Boost Guardian having 2 items.
That is, trying to think if there's anything at all that we really have to have other than this. Emeralds. And yeah, logically, Emerald and Seekers we need to finish the seed.
Yeah, logically speaking, yes, but we could skip Emerald with Gate Skip.
Yep, we can gate skip, and we can Seeker skip cache A, or the storage A, the mining station B door. I know what words are.
I'm inclined to believe you.
Don't.
Well, at least you're being honest.
I am. I try. Yeah, no worms.
Oh.
No Chica. No Quad. No Tumos. No Airy.
Oh, logically, we still need Spider Ball and Gravity for a training chamber.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, or just need Seekers or Grav. Okay. Well, we're past our
now
1 hour mark.
We don't need it for a key, but yeah, we do need Spider, unless you want to do Spiderless Emperor 2.
Yeah, that's beside the point. Spiderless Emperor 2 is not recommended under any circumstance.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, I mean, unless you want to do Spiderless Emperor 2.
No, thank you.
I'm just going to let you know, you don't want to do Spiderless Emperor 2. No one wants to do Spiderless Emperor 2.
I mean, unless you're doing what, like a 4% run, maybe?
Maybe, but even then, oh, better Seekers.
That's a perfect spot for it. We can get right to cache A.
Now that we skipped the Seeker door.
And we are out of power bombs.
Oh, there's one.
Meanwhile, Stash is clapping bioenergy production, still going through Aegon Labs. They've yet to defeat Dark Samus. So that'll hopefully push them in the right direction with Amber Translator.
Baja, that is true. Oh, there's Emerald.
Well,
that's why we aren't doing Grover Gate Skip first, because there's Emerald.
No, we don't need to do it at all then.
It's like, yeah, Baja, you're right. Why aren't we doing Gate Skip and doing to do? Nope. Okay, that's why. Because we're going where the items are. Like,
using your own words against him. How mean. Oh, by the way, there's another thing. Is that Echo up there?
I think that's Dark Visor.
What's going on with Dark Torvus lately? It's just loaded. Yeah, there's Dark
Visor.
Visor. So we got Dark Visor, Emerald, and Seekers all within 5 rooms of each other.
Yep, back to back to back.
And I really hope Stash takes the hint with that Amber Translator and makes progress towards Torvus.
Bad thing is Stash really needs Seekers still, which means we really need to go get that light suit.
Yeah, we do need those supers off a feeding pit. That'd be pretty good. But unfortunately, Stash took multiple deaths in Hazencliff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like they're inclined to go back there anytime soon. And sad, we know where one suit is on Hazencliff, but the other one, where do we find that? Sand processing, right?
Sand processing.
Oh, sand cache. We're in processing.
Cache. Yeah. No, we're in processing.
Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
What are you doing to me?
I'm not trying to. You're the one who keeps getting me all mixed up. You got notes and maps scattered all over this commentary booth. Reed, I can barely read your handwriting.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. My handwriting's terrible as well. I swear, you and I are going to have some conversation after this.
Is it going to be outside?
How about you step outside for a minute, Reed? Go get some fresh air.
Okay. To be fair, I think my DoorDash has finally figured out that they were in the wrong city and is finally heading their way toward me. So here in just a second, I may have to step out and go collect that from the driver.
Well, you better hope your burger's still hot, though.
It won't be.
Yeah, I mean, a cold burger is not really that good. All right, we're an hour and 15 minutes in. It's time for my favorite part of the race, the 1 hour rundown. Although we're 15 minutes late on that. So, just over an hour in, Dacian and Stash going head to head. Dacian is cleaning up Torvus Bog. They're ahead just by a little bit. They have 5 STKs compared to Stash's 3, followed by 3 Aegon keys, which would be good if we need to go into a Morbus. But a little pivot save. Annihilator Beam is in Sanctuary. That'll be good information if we ever need it. It's a possibility that we don't, but you never know. We're still missing Spider Ball. As far as major items that we really want on Dace's side, the Spider Ball, definitely. We really want to find it. We have Dark Visor. We don't necessarily need Echo. It'd be nice to have, but it's not a requirement. And same with Gravity Boost, but none of our SDKs really hard require it. Granted, Training Chamber, you might want it, but you could do some air underwater to get across without a problem. Or just a regular screw attack. You don't need air underwater for Training Chamber. So Spider Ball will be the main pivot point. On the flip side, over on Stash's side, running on 3 STKs, they have Violet and Amber, but they're still missing Emerald, which sadly is in Torvus. And they're having a bit of trouble with the slip jump to get on top. They need to get some more health. There you go. Play it safe. With another Emerald hint telling us that Chica has a grapple beam. We are not getting that. I'm sorry to everyone who wanted a Chica fight. You will not be seeing it in today's race. So, continuing on, Stash is still at 3 SDKs. They need to make their way into Torvus Bog. Unfortunately, super missiles. Supers are in Feeding Pit. In order to get that, we need Light Suit. One suit is on Sand Cache here in Aegon, and unfortunately, the other one is over by Hazencliff, where they took multiple deaths. Hopefully, due to Amber, they'll scan Mining Station A and see the super missile hint. So as for Stash and Naii, super missiles, both suits, make way into Torvus Bog immediately, as Torvus will get you your Seekers, It'll get you your emerald. It'll get you your dark visor. You'll be all set to go on a hunt for Spider Ball. Oh, and Stash, no! Get back to... Oh, and he's fell in the poison lava and took another death. He couldn't get out in time. And Dace just had a repositioning. Nope, and Stash is all the way back here by sand processing right before Dark Samus once. We got just about a 3-minute time loss.
No, did we have another death while I was trying to get a burger?
Yes, Stash unfortunately fell in feeding pit and couldn't get out in time.
Oh!
Yeah, the poison got to him.
No E at an hour 17. We know where one is, but yeah, no E at an hour 17 is tough to deal with.
This is a rough race for Stash. It's just a rough race in general, trying to navigate it.
Let's say it hasn't just been Stash. Dace has taken several deaths as well.
Of course, yeah. I'm not picking on Stash here. Don't get me wrong. It's
I know.
this entire race.
I want to make sure I put that quantifier in. Hey, it's not just Stash. Dace has taken his.
Nope.
Well, let me double check and make sure. Yes, his share of deaths.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it wasn't on the layout, so I had to check with the race time to make sure I was doing it right.
Yeah, both of these runners have been, while they're still learning, they're still gaining new tricks. I mean, granted, we can all learn something. Yeah, you can always learn something new. It's just that when you have seeds generated like this, it becomes quite a headache, to say the least.
Our energy this seed has been the real enemy.
Yeah, absolutely. Our first E-tank was like nearly 30 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
We only have 3 E-tanks so far by Dacian. Stash is still running on 0, unfortunately. We know one is all the way in Sand Canyon, but that's just out of the way to go get. And due to the lack of Spider Ball, we can't take the shortcut through Vent Area A. We'd have to go all the way around just to get it.
Well,
And
we could do a BSJ into a bonk with screw attack and get into the hole.
And we could, but that's a tight bunk to pull off. All right, so Stash is going for feeding pit once again. They got the slope jump, and nope, not enough height. And they got hit by the little barbs.
There you go.
There is always a time to be safe.
And
On a side note, how about we go dive into our side quest real quick? How's that burger treating you?
it's here. I'm gonna microwave it for a minute because it's been a while.
So it's
But
cold.
it is, in fact, yeah.
Oh,
But that's
oh.
okay. At least it exists.
That's fair.
And I have a soft drink that's mostly not watered down,
Oh, that's
and some tater tots. It's a good day. It's a good day.
There you go. Every day we're here is a great day.
Absolutely. Bad day over for Boost Guardian because power bombs, they don't treat it very well.
That's unfortunate. But the good thing is, when the power bomb hits, it's almost a guaranteed instant victory. So you're not supposed to have power bombs against Boost Guardian. You're not supposed to. But if you do manage it, if you manage to place your power bomb in just the right time, Boost Guardian takes so much damage from it, the fight nearly instantly ends.
I'm making a good point. The Echo's drop system day has been cruel.
Oh, Stash has got to be careful with this door load. Can he get it? No, he couldn't. The door couldn't load in time. Well, that's painful.
Man.
Today's race is brought to you in part by Save Station Ultras. When you need a quick health and regen, always turn to your save station.
Not available in all 50 states.
I was going to go by regions, but that works too. I mean, we tried putting one in Taurus, but it got so waterlogged it wouldn't work properly.
It's just funny because the one on Talon 5 or Talon 4 and the Crash Frigate still worked great. I don't know.
Well, no, I think that one was just connected to the backup generator of the frigate. That's why it kept living. All right. So Dace is over in Hydro Dynamo Station. We're in this waterlogged, long and tall room. We have to go and scan those 3 pedestals. Now, what's the best way of scanning those? Well, you'd preferably want to have gravity boost and just float across. Well, we don't have that. So, Reed, what exactly are we doing while jumping in and out of the water here?
Time for a little bit more air underwater, I think. I mean, if you really had to, I guess you could do it the vanilla way and just go through
Preferably
each
not.
individual room, and that no, if at all possible, we avoid that.
Yeah.
So, no, let's go ahead. Let's do another air underwater. Let's trick the game into thinking that, hey, I know you're underwater, but the camera thinks you're above water, so you can screw attack.
Gotta love physics.
There it is.
He's got the air underwater. Oh, but Stash is getting destroyed by the little
yeah, but you're
double pass. That's what it's called. He doesn't have enough.
Honestly, here we take the death. It's we know what items we're not looking for. Take the death. Go back to the save station. Get out of here.
And more information that Cobalt is in Sanctuary. Followed by Dungeon having a morph ball related. Uh-oh.
That's okay. Actually, we have everything we need for Dungeon. We have Light Suit. We have Dark Visor. We're good.
All right, that's fair. We can get Dungeon. But if it is, I want to know who the smart one is that blocked a spider ball in the dungeon. That is not a safe place for... Well, I mean, it is a safe place. It's locked and secured. Oh, but Dace does not have gravity boost to jump up to this bomb slot, though. Alright, so Stash has just made their way back to Dark Samus 1. Are they going to do the fight again, or just... Nope, they're just going to walk right past it as they know the item is not required.
We're out.
Yeah, hopefully Stash uses this to go back towards Sand Cache with the Amber. All right, so good news. Stash has just made their way over to Central Mining. They see the STK here, and they are making progress towards it. Unfortunately, over for Daceon's side. Due to the lack of gravity boost, we have to do some sort of slope jump or underwater trick to try to get towards that bomb slot. Nice. Without gravity boost, we're going to have a fun time.
Or we go over to the other room here, about 1, 2, 4 rooms away to our left. We go into Dark Torvus from there, and then come back through Dark Torvus with Light Suit to Dungeon.
Oh, that's smart.
That would probably be the quicker way of doing this instead of trying to figure out underwater dashes. Just jet underneath Grapple Guardian, come back through.
And the good thing is you don't even have to start Grapple Guardian's fight. You can just go right underneath them, as you said. That's going to be the best part about it. Oh, well, there's Stash getting the information for supers and feeding pit. But oh wait, I don't have light suit. I can't get that right now. But don't worry, Stash. I have another suit for your troubles.
That's going to be their dark suit. Time to head back to Hazencliffe and get that light suit.
Absolutely. And then once you're done there, come right back to Aegon and get those supers. So I'm saying we're going to have a solid maybe a 145, definitely a sub 2 hour.
Yeah, well, let's hold on that until we figure out whether or not Spire's in dungeon.
Oh, that's fair. If Spider Ball's not here, then we got to go through Sanctuary.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, if Spider Ball is here in dungeon, the entirety of Sanctuary Fortress and collectively Enghive, it just got removed this seed.
Mm-hmm. Here's our air underwater.
All right, air underwater. Here's the underwater screw attack. Congratulations, you're up to the pedestal. And now it looks like he's going through Gathering Hall.
This is where it's been a long week.
Yeah.
This is where if it was me, we go into dark.
And use that to bypass into Under Transit 1, go underneath Grapple Guardian, and streamline into dungeon.
Got it.
With a hint telling us that Tumos is an E-Tank. Oh, Stash has made their way into Sanctuary through Hazencliffe. All right, they're going for light suit. And they have the E-Tank off the Sand Canyon. That's even better.
Oh.
So they are in a fantastic position to get that suit if they go back and get a power bomb. All right, they got a power bomb. And Dace has just entered Dark Torvus Bog. And here we go into Under Transit 1.
That right there is exactly why I said we go this way. Because that crystal, you can hit it from the other side with a screw attack, and it's like, oh, you hit me with a dark beam. Cool, I'll open. Like, what? No. Okay, sure, thanks.
Thank you, game, for having an extended hitbox, which for some reason registers on this very specific item.
What is that? That's glowy of some kind.
That's a spider. Oh, that's a spider ball.
Good news. Don't even have to go to dungeon. Never
we're good.
Punished. Let's go.
Oh, but Stash is getting punished by the Metroid. Oh, there goes the Metroid. It just got blown up.
Right. Bye, Cliff.
Hey, Hazencliffe, can he get it? He's got the light suit. Well then, I was not expecting Spider Ball and Under Transit 1. That's a interesting
I wasn't
coincidence.
But it's like, well,
we'll take it.
Sure. It might be in dungeon, but we might have to look somewhere else. Well, good news. We did, in fact, have to look somewhere else. It just so happened to be on the way to dungeon.
It was a perfect position for it. As we are this close to Training Chamber, we can just take the well, underwater, we still need gravity boost, but we have screw attack. That gets Training Chamber. That leaves... What else do we have? We got Storage A, Transport Center, Transport A, Central Mining, Lagoon, and Dark Torvus Arena. What are we missing?
Did we go? We haven't gone back for Storage A yet.
We haven't gone back to Aegon yet?
No.
Okay, that's over on the Mining Station B loop.
Correct.
That's MSB. That's what I'm forgetting.
Grace is good. E-tanks have been our big enemy today, and the lack thereof.
We have no energy. Dace is Stash is making their way back to Feeding Pit. This will get them super missiles, and in turn, allow them to get into Torvus Bog that much easier. And it appears the Seeker Door is giving Dace some problems. Underwater Seekers, the bane of missiles.
Everybody likes Seeker missers.
Yeah, and everybody absolutely loves Prime 3 Corruption Seeker missiles.
All right, now that we're done lying.
Yeah. All right, training chamber.
Boop, boop, done.
Jump across, hit the bomb slot, hopefully.
Slot?
There we go.
There it is.
And now we just go back to Aegon.
From here, I think save warp back to Aegon would probably be quicker than going all the way from Torvus into Aegon. Well, no.
I mean, the elevator we have here is right for transport center.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is no, now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, you don't really want to take that save warp and walk all the way.
Yeah.
All right, Stash has acquired their super missiles. Fantastic work. And due to those supers, that will allow us easier access into Torvus Bog. And it looks like Stash is probably going towards Warrior's Walk to do a cut through.
Not a bad choice. We got another check there as well.
Absolutely. And if they do take that portal off a portal terminal, that will allow them into getting amber hints. And if they take Aegon entrance, that will allow them to use landing site. Well, no, you can't use landing site. You have to go through Great Temple. Now get your amber hints, then take a save warp.
Yep.
And it's pretty impressive. You had no Dark Visor required checks today.
No, not a single thing.
That's impressive for Echoes. I mean, Annihilator Beam was gone. Echo Visor's gone. Dark Visor you don't need.
Yeah, this is... Today's bit, other than the energy requirements.
Pretty much all straightforward.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great introduction for what the tournament has to offer. While it might be straightforward and you have two regions deleted, in no way was this a simple or easy seed. And as the weeks go on, it's just going to get harder and harder for these runners.
So, this will, unlike the prior Echoes tournament where we had different themes every week, this tournament is going to be the same preset every week unless our runners want to throw in some RAs. But the main thing here is, do you keep on with that... Excuse me, hang on. Do you keep on with the same mentor you've been running and kind of get more insight into how they run and how they want to do things? Or do you switch it up? Do you find somebody else that has a different play style? Do you find somebody that complements your weaknesses a little bit better? Or do you find somebody that has something that you really want to learn? Like, okay, let's just say Baja is brilliant at out of bounds. Bash is a genius at routing, so definitely want to be with Baja a week. I definitely want to be with Bash a week. Or do you want to stick with somebody that's very much like, okay, They don't do any out of bounds work, but they know where the items are. They can see the logic chain and they can run it. So that's going to be the big thing for our runners is just because the settings stay the same, different mentoring styles and your different opponents that may want some kind of different RA, like new patcher or multiplayer items or something like that. That's going to be the real trick for this tournament and being able to learn more and more as it progresses.
Yeah, but I couldn't have said it better myself. And as Avina's pointing out, you know, as they learn and gain new skills and new knowledge, putting those skills to the test each and every day of these weeks, they're going to slowly refine their skills. They'll get better and better at repetition. And later on down the road, we could be seeing dramatic changes from these runners. Oh, you need a week with someone who has cursed settings? Well, I think Reed would be right up your alley then.
And that's the problem is my settings aren't cursed.
No, it's just you managed to generate cursed things.
My settings are fine. Like I do normal, boring settings in the seeds I come out with.
I don't know how you come up with them, but your normal settings create some of the most cursed things out there. And there's the hint for a translator in Dark Torvus. Stash is already en route to do Torvus Bog. And it looks like they're going in the vanilla method.
Any minties that are here, I know at minimum 2 of the practice seeds that I put out yesterday are absolutely garbage. So, because I had somebody else play through one and has already messaged me going, "What are you doing? Who hurt you?" Yeah, I'm playing through seed 1. It is, yeah, it's a seed.
In other developing news, looks like Stash has made their way to War Ritual Grounds, and we may be seeing another Seekerless Seeker attempt if they dare try to get into key hints.
Okay. Dace, we are going to have a pretty quick high five, though, because Dace is heading there, unfortunately for Stash, with all 9 SDKs.
Well, I don't want to call it too soon, but unless Dace takes multiple critical failures in these final bosses, it's safe to call this race.
It's never over.
You're absolutely right. You know, you never know. Oh, and here we're gonna see Stash go for the outer bounds.
Nice. No, it's never over, and I say that because I have had matches. I mean, first match of the actual Echoes tourney, I was playing against Baja, and I mean, I wasn't going to win that one anyway. I was playing against Baja, but playing through, computer graphics card's like, oh, I don't want to live here anymore, and
Oh, no.
completely overheats and artifacts. So, unfortunately, I don't wish that on anyone, but don't ever say a race is over until it's over, because hardware will be hardware.
You are absolutely correct, Al. You're right. And Stash is attempting to screw attack into that morph ball tunnel. Yeah, they're trying, but it's a very precise angle you need to get. He's got it.
All right.
All right, Stash is now officially out of bounds.
Nicely done, Stash.
Or did they miss it?
No, we're out of bounds.
Nope, there it is. All right.
I think we're kind of just looking because we didn't look like we were out of bounds.
It honestly didn't. It looked like we just missed the tunnel completely.
Remember what I was talking about earlier with this isn't where I parked my car. Look, that's the
Yeah.
one. Because it looks like you're not out of bounds. Even though you did the trick perfectly, it's like, wait a minute. Where am I? Who are you? I miss my children. You know, things I hear around my house all the time. But
how did I get stuck in this commentary booth? Why am I here? Oh, it's a fun time.
it is. This is why we love commentating these, because we get to have fun. We get to see some amazing gameplay.
Absolutely. It's always a new experience in here. All right, so a few things to go over before we get into these final bosses. Emperor number
Go quick.
one. It's what do you got?
No, I was just saying, go quick. We're in final
Go
bosses.
quick. Well, okay, hold on. Let me take a breath. All right, Emperor one. We're not going to do something too crazy. We're going to use light beam on these little 4 tendrils to force the core to expose itself, and then we'll swap over to our super missiles. We don't have double damage, so we need 4 for a 1 cycle. We've got we missed the second one. We might have a fast recovery. What? Got 2. Slow on the 3rd. And the core's gone.
Yep.
Alright, more light beam. We do not have Annihilator beam to make this faster. So we have to manually aim and lock onto these targets. Meanwhile, Stash is still trying to move out of bounds, trying to bypass the secret door. They're making great progress on it.
One more technical, one to be a pain. Here we go. There we go.
And the core is exposed. Can I have 2 super missiles? 2 for the price of 1 any second now. Okay, we got the first one off. Can we get another one? How about 1 more super missile? No charge. All right, thank you for taking the offer. This Emperor number 2, this is the entire reason why we needed Spider Ball. We are going to roll around on this exoskeleton core and try to blow up these little culverts that we see. A perfect cycle. We're looking for 4, 4, and 3. 4 tentacles per power bomb on the first 2, 3 on the last. We're not going to get that here, but we have plenty of power bombs to spare. If not power bombs, regular bombs work just fine. And good news for Stash, they have loaded the gateway access. They have made further progress. All they have to do is clip back in bounds.
And there it is. Nicely done, Stash.
Beautiful.
Well
that was
done.
amazing. Amazing work on that out of bounds.
And
Emperor Ring
this
number
one-
3. Reed, you want to take it?
I got you. So, Emperor Ring 3, during development, it had little booties that had screw attack weak points. Those went away for the final build, but the weak points didn't. Best music in the game, screw attack into its ankles, and a winner is you.
But hold that thought, because I've got a special offer going for now. If you defeat this final boss, we'll throw in 2 more for no charge.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yep, Dace getting bullied by the Emperor Ring. It's not letting him get that screw attack off. That was a good one. One more, he's got it.
There it is. Off to Dark Samus 3, possibly Dark Samus 4.
Well, I heard you mention the word possibly. Does that entail we could skip Dark Samus 4?
We could skip Dark Samus 4.
Interesting.
So, Dark Samus 3, we do just enough damage to where it doesn't automatically go into the center of the arena, which starts Dark Samus 4, which is a ton of invulnerable phases. And then from there, we can stun lock it with missiles, and then use my personal preferred stun lock with missiles, use Dark Beam, stun lock with missiles, use Dark Beam, rinse, repeat, victory. Or, if you're feeling fancy, stun lock with missiles, figure out where it is, and screw attack next to it. Screw attack does a ton of damage.
All right, well, let's see if Dace can pull it off.
All right, chat, what are we thinking? Centered, not centered?
No, he's not going to get centered. He's got this.
Oh, no, we used a super missile. That's probably going to be centered.
A little too much damage. I was going to force him. Oh, dear.
Yep.
Can I have my money back on that bet?
I'm sorry, no refunds or exchanges, only store credit.
What do you mean store credit? You don't sell anything.
Well, I hope you had a nice time, and we'll see you again soon.
Oh, jeez. Well, can I buy the rest of that burger off you with that store credit?
I mean, I'll share right here.
Nah, it's okay.
They'll be there in 4 to 6 weeks.
I'll probably be spoiled by the time I get them then.
All right, so we're in DS4, and DS4 is a waiting game, basically, unfortunately. Every once and again, you'll get tiny phazon pellets that you can pick up with your charge beam and shoot back at Dark Samus for damage. Other than that, it is large phazon bursts like this that you just kind of have to go around and then wait for it to drop down, do some more damage, wait for it to come back up.
I really like how they did Dark Samus in Prime 3. That was a really good final boss.
That was. Dark Samus 4 is my least favorite boss in any Metroid game, and I'll tell you why. Back when I was a child and this came out, well, I say child, I think I was like 15 when this came out, but I did not realize that Dark Samus 3 and Dark Samus 4 were two different scans.
Oh no. Oh no. No.
So 100% items, 99% scans, missed DS4.
Oh, that's painful. I'm so sorry. And the reason I personally don't like this fight is there's not really much strategy to it. You're just sitting around and waiting. I mean, if I want a final boss, I want something with some challenge. Something to put all my skills and items to the test. Not just a waiting game for a charge beam. But I will say
DS3
that
skip is a challenge.
it is, yeah.
But
I will say the music's pretty good.
music's great. I'll still fight people on that. Emperor Ring 3 that's some of the best music in a Metroid game.
If I had to pick one track, just one from the entire series, it's hard, but I would say Cliffside Brio from Corruption. That's a great track.
That is a good track.
And we do have
Stachifer heading into
confirmation.
Torvis. And at that point, unfortunately, Dace, unfortunately for Stash, Dace has finished. We'll get some GGs in chat for Dace. Official race time of 1 hour 48:35.
Well, GG. That was a fantastic showcase.
And hopefully here in a second we can get Dace here into the booth.
Well, on that, actually, we have him joining us right now.
GG.
GG's.
Well, welcome.
That was
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, that was a rough scene.
Yeah, the energy logic must have been a fun one to route.
I was fighting for my life there. It was fun though.
You did have a handful of deaths, though. That was a little rough.
Yeah, especially
it was not
that
just
one
you.
set us back a bit.
Yeah, it wasn't just
how
you.
How did the
Stash had-
Stachifer hold up?
Stash had several deaths as well, unfortunately. I am seeing in the race time where Stash has DNF'd,
Yep, we're just waiting for that bot. Request has been sent out.
but definitely get your GGs in chat for Stash. They did an amazing job with the routing.
Wow. Many
Thank
props
you.
for that.
Cut out for a second there, Reed.
GG's.
Many props for that out of bounds seekerless seeker skip to get key hints. That was
But yeah, especially like early game, everything up to light suit was quite shaky. And that was unlucky with the light suit death as well. Or dark suit, I mean, sorry.
Bye,
Oh,
Dace.
I think
Hi,
I lost
Dace. Okay,
connection
there
there.
we are.
Yeah,
There you are.
I think we're having a bit of trouble with the bot here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the early game was quite shaky.
Yeah, take us through
think-
that first about an hour or so of one E tank, maybe dark suit.
Yeah, I mean, we had quite a bit of items. Like that space jump was not too late and everything, but we just didn't have a lot of options for routing. So,
And we also welcome Stash to the booth now.
GG's.
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 Hello, congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. I did pretty bad.
Hey, don't put yourself down. You did an amazing job.
Yeah, you did
That
great.
seed was
The
rough.
energy, the energy requirements for this seed were rough, and I mean rough for early game. So don't feel bad about that at all. Whenever you've got no E tanks and you're having to pull off some stuff that should be 2 E tanks, yeah, you did great.
Yeah. Many props for that out of bounds you did over in Gateway to get your key hints. That was a
Oh.
really great job.
Oh, thanks. Naii taught it to me on the spot.
Oh,
Nah,
wow.
nice.
you did a fantastic job of it. You pulled that off fairly quickly.
Heck yes.
Well, thank you.
All right, now
I
to get
think
into
we
the heart
had,
of
like-
everything.
Yeah, I think we had 2 or 3 deaths. It was rough on our side as well.
All right, let me see my notes here.
Yeah.
So this question goes out to both of you. So your STKs, how did you feel about those locations?
They were honestly quite free, I'd say. Which we got like 4 or 5, I think, before the hints, and then the other ones were like along the way in Dark Torvus. So yeah, pretty nice actually for a change.
Yep, I agree. The ones that we got before Dark Torvus were pretty nice. I just didn't get to go much through Torvus before the race ended, and I figured I should, forfeit.
Torvus was very loaded, so I think after you enter Torvus, you'd have had a good pace as well.
I mean, let's see. Within 5 rooms of Dark Torvus, you had your seeker, you had your seeker missiles, you had Dark Visor. So that was fantastic to find, and you had your Emerald.
And Emerald as well. That was super.
But speaking on items, super missiles, those were a fun turning point of the race. Dace, you actually saw the hint for it over in Mining Station A. How did that make you feel?
I think it was our last location, or close to at least. So we knew it had to be something good, and then that led to a good chain. And it was either Torvus or Warrior's Walk, so lucky peak.
Yeah, we basically last location Amber, so we knew that it had to go into a chain of progression items, so that was pretty nice actually. For once, last locationing something wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, that spider ball, that was
Because
because we were talking to Booth about. It's like, well, we could learn the learn the underwater, or just go back out, go through the other room, and then take Dark Torvus and go that way in the dungeon, because we were both thinking, okay, dungeon has a morph ball system, that's probably spider, and then get into under transit, and it's like, oh well, never mind, there's spider ball. We don't have to go all the way back to dungeon.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That was so lucky. Lucarius was trying to get me to do the underwater dash there, and I had to give up. And we just did like a backup route and just stumbled into it. That was pure luck. But super nice.
The backup. That's exactly what we were talking about. I was like, well, just take the backup route. You'll probably save some time just doing the backup and going. And it turned out that you saved a bunch of time because Spider Ball was in the backup route.
Exactly.
Yeah, if not for that, we would have had to probably go into Sank and find a spider hint somewhere.
I'll throw it to you as well, Stash. Your super missiles and trying to route all your late Aegon. How's that going through your head with you and I?
We got it down after dying 2 or 3 times, but what is it? After a couple of times and figuring out where checks were dead and didn't have what we needed, we just figured we should go find other places to look, and we realized we had that translator. It's like, oh, let's just go check there, and it had what we needed.
All right, and with that, I just got one more question, mainly for both you and Dace. As mentees of this tournament race, how do you feel your mentors have been doing it? How have they been helping you along with various aspects of preparing you for today?
I don't know. I guess I can start super well. Like Echoes is a hard game. Lots of stuff to learn, lots of tech, and having people to help is super nice. Especially for routing, it's a big help. So yeah, plus to all the mentors, you are great.
And sorry.
What about you, Stash?
Oh, I just have to back up what he says. My mentor just kind of kept running through seeds with me, double checking that I knew where all the checks were. I mean, because before this tournament, I think I've only beaten Echoes once, and it's something I wanted to learn to do multi-worlds with my friend doing Prime 1. And so, perfect opportunity came along, and what was it? Marker was willing to mentor me, so we've been running through it. He's been kind of quizzing me on all of the things. And I mean, he's been doing amazing, and then Naii was pretty kind to step up for the actual race. So I can't speak for all the mentors just because these are the only two I've seen, but these two have been amazing.
That's wonderful to hear. You know, tournaments like these is a great way for all members of the community, old and new, to come together with similar interests, help one another, and in the end, have a great time while we're at it. I mean, it's all about having fun.
Right.
So
Indeed.
with that, Reed, I'm going to throw the booth over to you if you have anything else.
I think you've pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover, other than make sure you follow these runners, please. They did an amazing job putting on a show for us today. Make sure you follow my my co-com Marion, did an amazing job, and of course follow Op82 for doing all of our tracking today. Absolutely a pleasure to have her in here with us in the booth. And I really don't have anything else. Marion, any final thoughts?
I really think if you're going to order DoorDash, you need to find one closer to you so your burger doesn't arrive cold.
Yeah, that was sad.
But no, in relation to the race itself, many thanks to all who help us put these shows on. Everyone from SpeedGaming to the NPR community, to just all the runners, viewers, and everyone at home. You know, all of us coming together, it wouldn't be possible without your help and support over the years. So thank you all for everything that's happened. But Dace, Lucarius, Stash, any final words you'd like to say to those watching at home?
Make sure to hit those
GGs,
save
and,
stations.
For sure.
Hit those save stations. Yeah, I have one final comment here, which is because you were thanking the mentors that were going around here. But also for those that aren't mentees in the tournament, in the Echoes Help and the Echoes Mentee channels that we have in our Discord, there is plenty of resources both on general movement and a lot of trick videos have been popping up. So if you want to dip your toes into Echoes, now is the time. Join us there, and everyone is awesome. So thank you so much.
All right, and with that being said, we're going to wrap up our program for the day. So before we wrap up, information regarding further races. This will be the last one for today unless a sudden schedule change happens, which is unlikely, but you never know. Tomorrow, Sunday, January 19th, we have two races back-to-back. One at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern, we have the Ginger Chris versus Rico V53, running on new patch with multiplayer pickups. And following right after, 1 hour, with 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern, we'll have Avina and Estrada with Mike and Ivy Paz mentors, with no current runners agreements on that. So 2 races on Sunday the 19th. Other than that, information for the tournament, the community itself, and all the Twitch links have been posted below by the SpeedGaming bot. With that being said, remember to stay safe, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next mission.
See you next mission.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Have a bye-bye.